जय शिल प्रभुपाद नाना शास्त्र विचारणैक निपुणौ सद्धर्म संस्थापकौ लोकानां हितकारिणौ त्रिभुवने मान्यौ शरण्यकरौ राधा कृष्ण पादार विंद भजना आनंदेन मत्तालिकौ वंदे रूप सनातनौ रघुजुगौ श्री जीव गोपालकौ. We are continuing our seminar on the sound education. The para, pashyanti and madhyama, these higher three forms of sound are described in the Rig Veda and the Rigvedic Upanishad as nihito guhayam, hidden in the guha, or hidden within the self, which is not matter. Whereas the fourth is the external manifested speech known as loka ika laukika bhasha, means common people's language. The pashyanti represents the intellectual consciousness, madhyama represents the mental consciousness, and laukika or vaikari or external sound represents the physical consciousness. First of all, those who are learned and who have true knowledge define sound as that which conveys the idea of an object. Sound is not just the vibration created by the corroboration of two lifeless objects. That is noise. Sound is that which conveys the idea of an object. The exact word used in this connection is artha ashraya. Artha ashraya. Artha ashraya, or the shelter of the meaning. In the Vedic conception, the alphabet or the aksharas are bijas or seeds of existence. The audible sound is categorized into 50 alphabets of Sanskrit, starting from A and ending with Sha. Hence, the alphabet is called Akshara, which literally means infallible or supreme. Akshara is also a synonym for Pranava, the 2.5 syllable letter A, U, Ing, Om, the sum of all syllables and the source of all Vedic hymns. The Bhagavad Gita confirms this as follows. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyad anna sambhava yajñat bhavati parjanyo yajña karma samudbhava karma brahmodbhavam viddhi brahma akshara samudbhavam tasmat sarvagatam brahma nityam yajñe pradishtitam. Regulated activities are prescribed in the Vedas, and the Vedas are directly manifested from Akshara, the sacred syllable Om. Consequently, the all-pervading transcendence within bracket Pranava or the syllable Om bracket close is eternally situated in all acts of sacrifice. In the Tantras, the Aksharas are traced back to their material source level, which is a particular deity of goddess Shakti. Each of her stages of manifestation are phases in the evolution of the universe. Thus, the Aksharas are potent sound, constitutionally connected to objects as sound, Shabda, and its meaning, Artha. This is interesting in that it draws a distinction between sound and noise. Noise as distinct from sound is not the Artha Ashraya or the shelter of meaning. Artha Asrayitvam is to communicate the results of scientific inquiry. Scientific writing must have of a high standard because it is related with the process of gaining knowledge for the learned as well as the new beginners. In ancient era, specific writing methodology was adopted by the scientists to prepare the standard and highly scientific manuscripts in the field. Tools such as Tantra Yukti, techniques for writing, decoding treatise, and Tachahilya, inclinations, Kalpana, compositions, etc., have been described in the classics to maintain the quality standard of scientific literature. Due to well-established writing methods, scientific literature such as Samhitas, to give a crude example, Ayurvedic Samhitas, Sangraha Grantha, Compendia, Nigantu, precise lexicons, were all written uniformly and good quality literature was generated. The characteristics of good scientific writing for Shastra or treatise have been described in the Vimanasthana of Charaka. Charaka made his Samhita known as Charaka Samhita, which is also known as Tantra Guna. The Tantra Guna covers the key points of the writing such as language, order, length, method, etc. After reviewing and analyzing this Tantra Guna, it can be concluded that the ancient writing method can be compared with some aspect to current introduction, methods, results, and discussion structure of scientific writing. This analysis may help to empower and strengthen the current standards of scientific writing by editing new aspects of ancient writing method. Birth, death, old age, and disease are the major problems which have been engaging the attention of medical scientists for centuries, and in a different way that of philosophers as well. One of the world famous Indian Swami, Vethathiri Maharishi, founded the simplified Kundalini Yoga for the benefit of humanity. His aim was to bring about peace around the world. A good healthy body awakens the good soul within us. This helps to maintain peace in and around each individual, which finally helps to achieve the goal of Sky Trust. Sky stands for Simplified Kundalini Yoga. Swamiji introduced a Kaya Kalpa technique to the world. Kaya Kalpa Yoga is a regenerating technique which was discovered by our old-time perfectionists called Siddhas, and in between lost during due course of time. This was once again brought back by Vethathiri Swamiji in an easily understandable way. Kaya means body and Kalpa means eternity or long time. In South India, Vedic Rishi Agastya is said to be the father of Kaya Kalpa tradition from South India. Simplified and systematized by His Holiness Vethathiri Maharshi, Kaya Kalpa technique has threefold objectives. There are many benefits according to the regularity, sincerity, and dedication of practicing Kaya Kalpa Yoga given by Vethathiri Maharshi. All these are founded, practiced, and given to the society to enjoy good health, long life, enough wealth, wisdom, and peace by the sincere Swamiji. There are scholars who have researched with an aim to control the hormonal imbalance in PCOS by practicing Kaya Kalpa technique regularly. Approximately 6,000 years ago, a certain yogi declared that there is a sound that travels through pure space, and unless you hear that sound, your life is not fulfilled. This was picked up a few years ago by the scientists of the day, who laughed at the whole thing, saying that this yogi needs some basic science lessons because sound cannot travel through space. Sound needs a medium or a vehicle through which to travel. When you speak, the sound of your speech is conducted because of the air. If there was only a vacuum, sound would not travel. No sound can travel through space. So, the yogi needs some fundamental high school science lessons, they said. But today, modern physicists are changing their opinion. They say that unseen, there are vehicles in the air, so could be what the yogi said is true. Old blind lady, please open the door. Jai Srila Prabhupada.